In 1954, a whole loaf of fresh bread cost just 17 cents. A mother in Ohio could use it to feed a family of 5 for less than $1 a day. What she made out of it wasn't sad. It was pure, resourceful genius. Number 14 on this list was so common that millions of American families grew up eating it. Today, most people would look at you sideways if you mentioned it. Number 3 possesses a unique flavor profile that modern fast food simply can't capture. And the sandwich at number 7. It was the ultimate zero-waste comfort food that sustained generations through tough times, using an ingredient you likely have in your kitchen right now. Hit subscribe if you enjoy forgotten American food history. Let's count down this list from the very bottom. Number 15. The banana and mayonnaise sandwich. A slice of white bread, soft and white like a cloud. The whole thing cost just a few cents back in 1952. Nobody called it a recipe. Nobody wrote it down. You just made it when the pantry was running low. Ripe banana slices merged at the edges with heavy, tangy mayonnaise, turning sweet and savory in a way that modern snacks rarely mimic. For many kids growing up in the mid-century, this was a staple of the backyard picnic. Today it sounds incredibly strange to the uninitiated, but many people who grew up in the 1950s still swear by this unique combination. Number 14. The deviled ham and pickle relish sandwich. Deviled ham straight from that little paper-wrapped tin. A spiced meat paste, pink and savory on the tongue. One tiny tin could stretch across several meals and cost next to nothing in 1955. It was a reliable choice when a quick meal was needed after a long shift. The scraping of the spoon against the edge of the tin, savory, salty meat combined with the sweet, vinegary crunch of sweet pickle relish, feeling like a warm hug from the inside. Many Americans remember finding this tucked inside their metal lunch pail after a long morning at school. Prepackaged deli slices eventually took over the lunchbox, causing this shelf-stable classic to quietly slip away from the American table. Number 13. The lard and radish bread. A thick slice of dense rye, spread with pure white pork lard. In the early 50s, this was the essence of thriftiness, stemming from an era where not a single gram of kitchen fat went to waste. The faint sizzle in the pan when rendering fat. Crunchy cracklings met the sharp, watery freshness of paper-thin radish slices, and a heavy pinch of coarse salt. For farm families, this was often a quick, high-energy meal eaten standing up between chores. As refrigeration improved and dietary trends shifted toward vegetable oils, this old-world staple virtually vanished from the modern menu. Number 12. The pimento cheese and pineapple sandwich. Pimento cheese with a sweet fruit twist. A creamy spread, bright orange and packed with sweet and tangy flavors. A 1950s party classic that brought a touch of color and flair to the table, using simple, budget-friendly ingredients. Sharp, aged cheddar melted on the palate, clashing beautifully with the sweet tropical juice of a well-drained can of crushed pineapple, served on colorful patterned plates during bridge nights and neighborhood get-togethers, while the tube TV hummed in the background. While pimento cheese remains a Southern icon, the addition of pineapple has largely been forgotten, remembered only by vintage cookbook collectors. Here is a perspective that often goes unmentioned. In the late 1960s and early 70s, the American food landscape underwent a massive shift. The rise of fast food chains and frozen TV dinners sold us on the concept of ultimate convenience. But it wasn't just a change in diet. It was a quiet departure from regional, scratch-made kitchen wisdom that had been passed down through generations. Number 11. The baked bean and bacon toast. The baked bean sandwich. Thick, soft navy beans in a rich tomato sauce, layered high on toasted bread. A dependable belly filler for a few pennies when the family budget had to stretch until Friday. A heavy skillet on the stove. The rattling of the lid. Hot, sweet bean sauce slightly softening the toast while crispy bacon cracked in between. Dads often whipped this up on Saturday afternoons when the kitchen needed to stay simple and efficient. Today, we tend to view baked beans strictly as a barbecue side dish, forgetting that they once made for a perfectly satisfying main meal. Number 10. The peanut butter and onion sandwich. It sounds bizarre today, but it was a well-known favorite of thousands of Americans during the mid-century. It relied on two incredibly cheap, long-lasting pantry staples found in countless American households. Sticky, rich peanut butter bonding in your mouth with the sharp, sweet, crunchy juice of raw white onion rings. A fast, no-cook lunch favored by busy workers who needed something hearty to carry them through the day. In our modern era of milder, office-friendly snacks, this pungent combination has completely fallen off the radar. Number 9. The cream cheese and olive toast. Cream cheese mixed with green olives. Elegant, salty, and wonderfully smooth. A sandwich that grew alongside the rise of post-war suburban cocktail parties and social gatherings. Soft, cool cream cheese provided the perfect velvety bed for the salty, briny profile of chopped pimento-stuffed green olives. Housewives would carefully trim the crusts, cutting them into neat triangles to serve at afternoon social clubs. Though the flavor profile is fantastic, it has mostly been replaced by pre-made store-bought chip dips and spreads. Number 8. The liverwurst and mustard on rye. Fine liverwurst with sharp mustard on heavy rye bread. A heritage food brought over by European immigrants that became a staple of the 1950s deli counter. A thick, rich layer of spreadable liverwurst, broken up by the sharp, nostril-clearing bite of traditional yellow mustard. An honest, no-nonsense sandwich shared by tradesmen on construction sites during the post-war building boom. Organ meats have generally fallen out of fashion with younger generations, which is why this old-school classic is rarely seen today. Number 7. The spaghetti sandwich. The leftover special. Last night's pasta dinner. Pressed tightly between two heavily buttered slices of bread. A testament to a time when throwing away perfectly good food was considered a waste of hard-earned money. Cold, thickened tomato sauce and soft pasta, reheated just long enough in a skillet or oven to melt the butter into the breadcrumbs. The ultimate after-school treat for hungry kids who needed something filling before heading back outside to play. Modern kitchens tend to handle leftovers differently, meaning this carb-on-carb comfort food has faded into history. What changed over the decades wasn't just the food on our plates, it was the ritual of the kitchen. There was a specific comfort in the shared waiting around a linoleum kitchen table while a radio played softly in the background. Every single one of these sandwiches was a unique, scratch-made creation born out of necessity and care, rather than something pulled from a fast food drive-thru window. Number 6. The fried bologna and cheese sandwich. A thick slice of bologna sizzling and curling up in a hot pan. It was cheap, highly filling, and could be put on the dinner table in less than 5 minutes. Cutting a small slit into the edge of the meat, the loud sizzle in the pan, the edges turning dark and crispy, while a slice of American cheese slowly melted over the top. It became a favorite summer lunch for countless mid-century kids during school vacations. Gourmet deli options have largely overshadowed this humble skillet favorite, making it a rare nostalgia-only treat today. Number 5. The cucumber and salad dressing sandwich. Cucumber and Miracle Whip. A light, refreshing option perfect for hot July afternoons. Often sourced straight from the backyard gardens that many families still maintain during the era, making it incredibly economical. Paper-thin cucumber slices snapping under the knife, paired with the distinctly sweet, tangy note of a popular whipped salad dressing. Generations of mothers prepared platters of these to take to church picnics or family reunions at the lake. Entirely forgotten in the wake of modern lunch trends, though it remains a refreshing reminder of simpler summer days. Number 4. The sardine and egg sandwich. Canned sardines mashed with hard-boiled egg, a powerhouse meal straight from the pantry. Canned fish was one of the most accessible and affordable sources of high-quality protein in the post-war era. The scraping of the fork while mashing the fish, rich, savory sardines combining with the warm, mealy egg yolk into a dense, flavorful spread. A favorite of grandfathers who packed it along in a thermos bag for long Saturday fishing trips. Because of its bold, unapologetic aroma, this pantry staple has slowly disappeared from standard lunch rotations. Number 3. The Chow Chow Harvest Sandwich, a true relic of traditional rural and southern cooking. It relied on a tangy, sweet and sour relish made from late summer garden scraps, pickled to ensure nothing went to waste before winter. The intense vinegar brine of the pickled green tomatoes and cabbage, cutting beautifully through a thick layer of soft, rich butter on white bread. A unique flavor that connected families to the changing seasons and the autumn harvest. As the tradition of home canning and pickling has declined, this historic sandwich has become a rare regional curiosity. Number 2. The Condensed Milk and Nut Sandwich. Sweetened condensed milk with chopped walnuts, a rich sweet treat from the decade. Long before mass-market chocolate hazelnut spreads dominated grocery store shelves, this was a special home-style treat. Thick, ultra-sweet condensed milk, slowly seeping into the pores of the bread, balanced by the earthy, bitter crunch of chopped walnuts. A highly anticipated reward given to children after a long afternoon of playing in the neighborhood. This homemade sweet spread eventually gave way to commercial, store-bought alternatives, leaving this mid-century creation behind. Number 1. The Meatloaf and Gravy Cold Cut. Yesterday's meatloaf, topped with cold, gelled Sunday gravy, pressed between two thick slices of bread. The absolute pinnacle of Monday leftover culture, ensuring that every bit of the valuable Sunday roast was enjoyed. No stove or skillet needed here. The firm, seasoned meat bonded perfectly with the gelatinous, savory gravy, creating a rich texture that modern fast food simply cannot replicate. Many remember this as the classic late-night snack, eaten quietly under the dim light of the open refrigerator. In an era dominated by instant delivery apps, the kitchens of the 1950s focused on simple, honest ingredients. They created food born out of resourcefulness, patience, and a genuine care for the family table. And keeping those culinary traditions alive is a wonderful way to stay connected to our history. So here is my challenge to you. Try recreating just one of these classic combinations this week. Just one. And then, come back and tell me down in the comments how it tasted. Which of these sandwiches brings back the strongest memories for you? If you love diving into forgotten American food history and the recipes that shaped our past, click right on this video here. See you there.